Alright, just double checking if it's recording. Alright, I'm finally doing this. Alright, so welcome to State Empires, a real-time strategy game, a real-time side-scrolling strategy game where you can control a variety of units, and you must destroy your opponent's statue to win before they destroy your statue. And yeah, I know, very exciting. Hold on. Pardon me, I'm taking a drink. I have a very dry throat at the moment, so pardon me if I sound dry. So, anyways, this is your Stick Empires menu. So what you want to do, especially if you're new, is sign up now. Obviously, make your username, email, create password, whatever, and then hit register. But since I already made an account, I'll just log in right now. And this is your Stick Empires main menu, or the menu you'll be seeing, or the main hub, main hub of the game or menu. Pardon me, I'm taking another drink. Alright. First off, I also muted the sound because it tends to get annoying sometimes, especially if you played for a long time. So anyways. Alright, so if you want to get right into a game, what you want to do is hit play match, and then get right into a match, and that'll keep counting up until you eventually come across a match. And if you do come across a match, you will come across this screen. But for the sake of explanation, I will go into custom match for this. So you will see this screen when you do find a match, and while you're in matchmaking, except there'll be a 10-second counter. If you and the reason why there isn't one now is because I'm playing against an AI. So if you do not choose an empire, but within that 10-second, either depending on who didn't pick the empire, the game will consider it, either one of you to time out. So there we go. Pardon me. Let me turn this back on. As for the gameplay aspect, I will cover that in another video. But for now, I want to cover everything in the menu. If you want to get right into the gameplay stuff, then you can go ahead and watch the second video once it's available and uploaded. And it's gonna be either in the description as well as the annotation. Right. So you can also queue in deathmatch. What deathmatch is basically just like classic, but instead of starting with a classic 500 gold, you start with 3,000 gold and 1,500 mana. In other words, a lot of resources. This allows players to start off with stronger units right off the bat instead of having to build up an economy to make it first. So anyways, and next up is play campaign, as the name implies. What the campaign allows, this sends you to the campaign page. There are ups and downs to playing the campaign. The upside is that if you want to get a good grasp of what the units are like, especially the order units, you can play your campaign. The downside is in more or less aspects, it is not updated to the latest Stick Empires controls, especially the prices. For instance, pardon me. Anyways, for instance, the campaign will have an archer down with 350 gold, but Stick Empires will have 300 with its latest patch. The Empire was made way back 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even remember. And here's a tutorial. But wait a second. If there's already a tutorial, then why am I making this video? I'll tell you right now. The tutorial over here.
Left click and drag a box over units to select them.
The tutorial over here only covers the utmost basic controls of what you can do. And since I mean, since this is already here, I will not be covering a tutorial for that. And besides, even if I did, that would be redundant for me and you guys. So yeah. Oh, no! Oh my goodness! I apologize. I really do not like my Mac. Alright, moving on. That was a bit random too. There is also a game guide made by the game developer himself. The game is developed by CJ or Crazy J, and alongside with a guy known as Brock, if I remember his name correctly. I might as well put up in the annotations if I have his name wrong. And it doesn't give you like anything like super complex, but it is more than substantial enough to get you started on your controls, on your commands, your objectives, the units, and so on. But yeah. And here are your live replays. The live replays, actually the name is actually somewhat misleading. Though the live replays are not technically live, but they are the most recent replays that has appeared, and it only picks up the top live replays. So if you wanna have your game in the top live replays, you either have to face against an opponent that's 1700 or 1800 or higher in rank, or you yourself have to be in a particular rank of league. Pardon me, I'm drinking water. So going back to lobby. And here's a custom match as you guys see me do earlier. In custom match, you can do classic, deathmatch of your choice. You can also choose your maps. And you can also choose who you go against. You can either go against a friend or an AI, as you guys saw. And you guys can hit play match. If you guys play against an AI, it will just boot you right to the Empire selection screen. But if you're going against another player, it will say invitation sent to that particular user. And simply put, just wait for 30 seconds. And if the user if it switches to the Empire screen selection, that means the user has accepted your offer and both of you are gonna be in a match. If you get nothing within the next 30 seconds, then that means he has ignored or declined the request. No, they are practically the same thing. Oh, a quick FYI, any custom match you make with any custom match, it will not count in your ranking. So you can't become higher ranked just by going against a friend and then have a friend like constantly surrender. It does not work like that, unfortunately. I mean, that'd be extremely abusive as well. Oh, and as for the friend, I'll cover that right now while I can. So these are your list of friends. It can, as you guys saw, it can be accessed on the bottom right hand corner. We'll display your username and your number. And these are the list of all the friends you have. Everyone that's offline will be marked, will have the red color. Anyone that's online will have the green color, and anyone that's away right here, will have the yellow circle. So you can also set your status to online, offline, or away. And you can if you want to go in a quick duel with them, you can click the sword and just wait, and just like custom match, wait 30 seconds. And yeah, you can also remove a friend. But let's say I don't like that Karen guy. I can just simply click this, and he'll be gone from my list like this. Bam. And now he's no longer on my friends. And I actually need to clear my friends as well anyways. So yeah. So how do you add a friend? Well, you guys probably look it down here for some time. And if you guys have, then congrats. Alright, so what I want to do is go down here. Type in the username if you want. Let's say Marksman0. So I just gotta do just Marksman0. But you also have to get the number as well. You have the number as well. It's displayed. It's the grade number just to the right of your name. If anyone wants to add you, you have to give them away this number. And that is the same for adding. Like if I want to add him, he has to give away his 3-digit number. Otherwise, I cannot add him. So that's how it works. So yeah, quick drink. So anyways, this section, as you guys obviously saw, is the chat. This is where you can talk and interact with people. And you can also see their profile by clicking on their names, like that. 40, 60, 12, 15. You can see how much rounds they've won. And you can also see the replays. Come on, lobby, work! There we go. Also switching between replays between profiles is a bit slow. Like if you see a previous profile from like different user, don't panic, it's loading up as you guys saw earlier. So, and quick notes, as a normal player, you can only type 5 times every 60 seconds, if I remember correctly. I'll test it right now. Hi, I'm recording. Hi to YouTube, IDK, and test. And there we go. Non-members may only send 5 messages every minute. Please wait 41 seconds. And there you have it. And you'll notice that some players will have a different name tag or a different color on their name tags. If you see a gold name tag, that means that user has a membership or has bought membership in the game. And if you see a user with a teal color or a very light blue color, that user is an administrator or a mod, in other words. They're the ones responsible for looking over chat and monitoring if anyone's breaking the rules and etc. And the spectate live, just like live replays, the title is somewhat misleading because they're not technically live, but again they are the latest live replays that has occurred. You can also see what kind of game mode it is from up here: classic, deathmatch, and so on. You can also see what orders, what empire the player played as. Pardon me. Oh god, that's a tongue twister for me. Like you can see if they played order, chaos, and so on. And you can also just hit watch now to see how the replay was like. You can also go to stick page to visit their homepage. You can also visit their forums, their dev blog, their fan wiki made by Daz and contributed by others, especially me, though I play a very minor role. Whoa, excuse me. As well as help section, which is basically FAQ. It can also be accessed here. Alright. And quick FYI, as for the forums, your forum account and your stake empires are entirely separate and therefore are not linkable anywhere. Therefore, you have to make your own separate account on the forums if you want to start posting them. Oh, and if you want to log off, you can obviously hit this little button up here, or just simply close away. So yeah, I covered just about everything. Alright, now I'm going to go into Armory. These are the lesser areas which I don't have to cover as much. The Armory is where you can modify the aesthetics of your units. Again, keyword aesthetics. This is not like where you can further upgrade your units, because that would be broken and overpowered. Again, you can buy whatever hat you like, whatever staff, weapon, wings, and so on. And you buy them with something called e-coins, which is up right here. And e-coins, and you earn e-coins by logging at least once every day and getting your first win of the day. You can also look at Chaos, Empire, as well as Elementals here. And from here, you can also get membership. Here are your 3 offers of membership. I would personally recommend $3.99 per month because this is one-time payment, 1 year of gold membership. You never know if you're actually gonna play for one year. So personally, I would prefer this. Also, you can also buy pile of gems, but personally, I wouldn't recommend any of them. And you can also add coins, but that would lead to the same page. Funnily enough. All right, now onto leaderboards. The leaderboards will display who's the highest rating in both your friends and the top 100 in overall. And the top 100 and friends cover the rankings of classic games, and top 100 DM and friends DM covers the ranking of DM or team, or no, not team deathmatch, or deathmatch. And so yeah. And your friends list are always organized from highest rating to lowest rating. So alright. So lastly, the profile. This is where you can see your own rating, and your replays and your records and stuff like that. You can also change your email and password here, as well as like in your Facebook account. Also, there are some users that has a chaos icon or an elementals empire icon in here instead of the classic helmet or the order icon. I've yet to know how to do that. Turn on annotations in case I can figure out, or maybe in the description as well. And yeah, so I think, alright, is there anything else I can cover? Alright, I think I covered just about everything here. So yeah, in the next video, I will be covering about the gameplay, as well as the utmost basic units of the Order Empire. I will cover Chaos and Elementals eventually, but I want to cover Order the most first because Order is the only empire available to you as a non-member player. So yeah, and don't worry, I will make videos on like how to play against Chaos Empire as well as other elementals. No, as well as other empires. Pardon me. So yeah, leave a like if this helps, or maybe not. If this is upright tumble, just break that dislike button. Just break it so hard it eventually turns it into a lightsaber. And if there's any flaws, post in the comments, because that'd be really nice. I usually don't make tutorials like this really often, so I'm very prone to mistake at the moment. But it's okay, I'm just trying my best. Warming up. Okay, I don't know. And lastly, if you guys want to, you guys don't have to. But if you guys want to, you guys can also hit the subscribe button if you like. But at the moment, I mainly upload Minecraft videos, but I will get into Stick Empires eventually. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I will cover all the basic order units in the next video. Though the game guide already covers it, but I'll cover it in much more detail. And yeah, I will see you guys another time.